Good morning. How's everyone doing? Oh, turn some lights on here. Somehow. There we go. All right, so we're going to continue on Bowser's Butterfly today. I kind of played and rearranged the you know, wings a little bit. They're a little more symmetrical. This one's got a very sharp edge. This one doesn't, but I think we're going to be able to fix that. I am making this butterfly up as I go along. I'm not looking at a tutorial this time. I'm not even looking at a reference picture. So we're just kind of inventing this butterfly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these. We're going to make some little side pieces, and I'm hoping, I don't know, we'll see. It's mostly sizing for things that I'm a little bit not sure about. But I'm thinking if we do, actually I was thinking 1/3. So if I cut my strips into 1/3, but I've decided in the meantime, while I took a break from thinking, I ended up thinking again and decided to go quarters. And if that's too small, then we'll just use it for another piece, maybe the bottom wings. I've got the antennas glued onto 4 of the 5 butterflies, I believe. There's one butterfly I'm not happy with the way the antennas look. I may end up ungluing them and re-gluing them, but I just wanted to fix something here. I had it set earlier, and then I went and looked at something, and it's not set anymore. So we're going to do this. There we go. I'm just popping out my chat to be able to the chat on my stream thing itself is so tiny that sometimes it gets difficult to follow. But Twitch hasn't been updating my chat in any stream. If I pop it out, it just freezes, so we'll see how it goes. Okay, so I'm going to need, what I'm thinking is to make these tiny little pieces to kind of go like right along here. So I'm going to glue them all up together. I'll need 4 of them anyways. So I'll glue all of them up together and then we'll be able to start the quilling. I also meant to make another coffee this morning and I forgot. I cut this very straight. There we go. One done. I may or may not be going to a sugar shack today at work, with work. So for anyone who doesn't know what a sugar shack is, it sounds kind of strange. It's a maple syrup farm. So I was asked to be a backup to go if there wasn't enough adults to go with the kids. I have to bring my rubber boots. because we got a lot of rain yesterday, so things are going to be really wet. But we're going to go and see how the syrup is made, and then we're going to eat snow maple toffee on snow. So what they do is there's different stages of maple syrup, kind of like maple product. So they take the sap from the trees and then they boil it over a wood burning stove. And they burn off a lot of the water to make the maple syrup. And then they take that and they boil it even more in an open, like on a wood stove. So it gets this really smoky, it's hard to explain, but it's got a smoky, sweet flavor to it. And they boil it even thicker and boil out more of the water. And then they have these trowels of snow that they have, and they pour this toffee over the snow, and it instantly hardens. And you get a popsicle stick and you roll it and you pick it up from the snow and you have snow toffee. It's so good, but it's so sweet. So, so sweet. I'm going to be on a sugar rush tonight if I do end up going, or this afternoon. The worst thing is I'm going to want to have like 2 of those little sticky things. I'm going to have one and I'm going to be like, that's way too much sugar. But then, of course, my taste buds are going to say, I want another. So I'll ask for another and then I'll feel nauseous for the rest of the day. Good times, good times. Oh. But snow toffee is like totally worth it. All right. Curl these up a bit. And we shall start. And I'm going to do them on this comb again. Yeah, I think I'm going to do this style to wrap around. Yeah. Oh, I'm changing my mind here as we go along. I'm going to do this style here, which is you start on the other one. I started on the end and looped around every one to make this shape here. Well, then I had to shape it, but oh, this one's prettier. Let's leave this one up. You go through one comb and then go around, and you always go over the last one that you went, and you create a series of loops. This style here, what you do is you start in the middle, and we're going to make kind of like almost like a lace with loops on it. You'll see. I wish this would just glue. Come on, stay closed. Well, now I'm just getting frustrated. Here we go. I'll hold it for a little bit. Let it sit. There. Okay. So now I've gone and folded that. We're going to wrap like this. We're supposed to put a little dab of glue every time we go over this center piece here. And we're going to go one larger every time. No, we're not. Supreme, you've got that wrong. How do we do this again? I forget. I've done this before. Like this, like this. This. How do we do this? Supreme, supreme, supreme. Okay, the getting started is difficult. This. That's not right. It was so easy the first time. I had just freshly watched a video. This like this? No. Okay, let's just do it the way I remember. This is really bothering me. I know there's an S. I have to make an S to do it, but okay. Well, we'll do it this way. No, this is really bothering me. Hello, Bowser. Sorry, I don't know why those sound alerts aren't working. I know, gypped, but there's a shout out for ya. I don't know. My bits ones are working, but my channel point ones are not. And I don't understand why. So sorry about that. I even tried looking at it again this morning, and I can't figure it out. I started as you finished work. Perfect timing, yes. Well, did you end up getting food then? I'm just trying to figure out how to start this. This is driving me bananas. I know I have to do... Oh, goodness. Thank you, Setson. That startled me. See, the bit ones work. Thank goodness. But yeah. Yeah, that one played. All the bit ones have no problems. And they're all from sound alerts. And they're all from the bit ones, they're from the same place. They're all from sound alerts. I set them up on the exact same page. I just either chose bits or the free ones. Yeah, but the free ones aren't playing sets, and I don't understand why. That's the problem. If you play all the free ones, they're not playing. Thank you so much for those bits, and thank you for being first. Welcome in, Piper Heart. How are you? Sound alert's been iffy recently in a few streams. Yeah. I've never had my sound alerts work on this computer, so I thought I set it up wrong. Because they're working on my other computer when I do my gaming streaming. So I really don't know what's going on this computer at all. I've got it set up. I don't know. It's really weird. Welcome in, Piper's Heart again. So how's everyone's morning doing? I am doing really well, thank you, except I'm struggling to remember how to make this butterfly thing that I want. It's bothering me a lot. I want to make a wing, and I want to make it in this zigzaggy thing, and I don't remember how. And it's driving me bananas. And I guess I should just do it like that, but I didn't want to. I wanted to make a fancy one. I'm going to try one more time. So like this. And then go around this one. Okay, I feel like I have to start wrapping it like this at least. And then for the next one, nope, I can't figure it out. Thank you, Luli. Thank you for the resub. 2 months already. Thank you. Welcome in. How are you doing today? Good afternoon. I'm just trying to figure out how to do, and I've done it before. It does these ones here. This. It makes a bunch of loops. Like you can't really tell, but you end up with like a strip with with loops all on it. And then I folded it, and I want to do something like that to put along here. And then pop that out. Or like this. Not sure which way to put it, but I want to make that. And I cannot figure it out. I cannot read your name with the white background. Oh, is Bowser white? Oh, you have the white instead of the black? Yeah, the sound alerts did disconnect at one point for me, Pipers, and I reconnected them, but they're just still not working. Hello, Leah. Welcome in. Please check out Leah. She does cards as well. I usually do cards. I took on this paper quilling project because of Leah. And right now I'm cursing because I can't figure out how to make this. I cannot for the life of me remember how to do this one thing. Like this. And then oh, am I doing this backwards? Wait. I think I got it. Like this. And then like this. Come on. Don't bend. I want you to curl. And then like this. I've got it, but this beginning one doesn't seem right at all. Okay, so I've got it. I figured it out. But this first one is way wrong. The black gives you a headache. Oh. Past the period of blame. This is on me. Yeah, I decided to stay with it. I guess it is my fault. Okay, but why is this not? Oh, maybe I was supposed to wrap it around 2 to begin with. Maybe that's the whole issue. Maybe that's why I'm having a hard time starting it. Let's try that. I don't know how that's going to make any difference, to be honest, Supreme. Start on 1 or start on 2. I don't know. I seem to have had like this little vision in my head as I was talking, so maybe I'm right. I don't know. I do remember like remembering not to hold these too tight together as I was wrapping. It stays for years. That's right, Pipers. Thank you so much. All right. I can continue blaming. If I don't want to accept the consequences of my own choices, then I can blame people for years and years and years. That's what some people do. I think I got it, guys. I think I figured it out. Yes, I did. Look at that. I'm so smart. Thank you for being patient with me while I figured this out. It's going to be worth it. The beautiful quilling thing, technique. except now my paper is so damaged and kinky. Kinky paper's not good. But I think it'll either look really good on the other thing I had. Oh, I'm not supposed to glue this. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. See what happens when I don't follow a tutorial? I just forget all the things. Your Luli's gonna lurk for a bit. Thank you so much for coming in. Thank you so much for the resub, Luli. While I finally get out of bed and eat some breakfast. Ah, yes, definitely eat breakfast. Very important. This is why I'm so picked upon and have the blame counter up. Triple your figures. Poor you. Yeah, well, your community holds you responsible. I knew you would like that. The kinky paper. Bowser. Remind self this is family friendly. Yes, yes, it is family friendly. And Bowser did really good with holding her family friendly or non-family friendly comment too. I had to definitely add the word paper. It's very sometimes it's very difficult to stay family friendly. And not in a horrible, like straightforward way, but in the, you know, Disney subtle type of, what is that? Where the adults understand but the kids don't. There's a term for that. I mean, if Disney can do it. Oh, no, this way, Supreme. There we go. Gotta make S's like for Supreme. Oh, I don't like where that joint is. With the glue, it's really not curling nicely around that tine. I'm just gonna call them teeth. I have a hard time. I keep wanting to call them twine and instead of tine. And I think if I'm not mistaken, I'm supposed to put the glue all the way along, but whatever. Make it up as I go along. Yeah, like a double entendre. That's right. I do know you, Bowser. That was left wide open for a comment. That's right. I literally can't ever do family-friendly streams, says Bowser. Yes, Bowser plays Minecraft with me. She's one of my server mates on First Craft. She has a beautiful, beautiful base. Reminds me of Chichen Itza. And if you do like Minecraft at all, definitely give her a follow. She was shouted out earlier. I can do it again. Actually, if you want to follow Bowser, or no, I'll do it. It's okay. It only, well, if I can type in my bar, that'd be great. There we go. There we go. Yeah, give her a follow. She's with on the First Craft server and streams on other servers as well. I'm missing I have a couple of streams I have to act like a sweet person. I'm sure you're a very sweet person. You just can have comments sometimes that doesn't make you not sweet. I shock people when I end up coming out with something not family friendly. Not on my streams. But every once in a while, I remember the first time Ship ever heard me swear. It was the funniest thing. Like, he hadn't heard me swear in probably, I'd even say years. never heard me swear, and all of a sudden, I just looked at him and said a bad word, and he went, "Oh, Supreme! You don't swear." It was the shock factor was funny. Oh, yeah, I forgot. I was like, "Who's who sent that message?" But that's me. No, I wasn't even upset. We were having a conversation, and I just threw in a swear in the middle of the conversation for, like, nothing to kinda be funny, and he was like, "Oh, Supreme." There, this is turning out exactly the way I wanted it. Yay! It worked. Except, yes, I do remember I totally did not glue this properly. I know what it's gonna look like when I pull this off. Not gonna look the way it should. That's really cute, though. Swearing is my language, and I know I survived teenage years with kids. It's how you survived. Yeah, I don't know. It's not that I'm against it. I really don't need it. Swearing is your daily language. You would have loved to see Ship's face. Oh, yeah, he was like, just, yeah, it was funny. It was very funny. So what? There we go. That's what I wanted. I remember how to do it. I'm not happy with the fact, though, that some of these, oh, I won't see it once I curl this up. If I do decide to curl it up, I might do something like this with it. There we go. Might wrap it around that. Well, that could be really pretty. And then wrap another color around. Except I've got to play with this here because this is not... I didn't start it right. We all swear occasionally. We do. I just need to fix this little... I was thinking of you, Leah, this morning before stream. Because I was thinking about these tweezers and how you were like, I just can't... I'm pretty sure it was you. I can't work it out in my brain about like opening, closing when I want to have it do what I want. And I was still saying, oh, these are the best things though. But I had a couple of occasions where that happened, where I was like, I want this. I know I have to push to open it, but I'm letting go and my brain was confused. I did think of you about that this morning, and I was like, I do need another pair of tweezers. I want some angled ones that I can use, but these are perfect for, like, if you're wanting to, I bought them specifically for when I heat emboss and I want to hold something. So that's specifically why I bought them. But then they do have other uses. But yes, when you're trying to like specifically use them as tweezers where you want to grab something, or it is confusing. Oh, that was my finger. I'm just trying to, there's a little piece here. I didn't quite curl that properly. You don't swear as much now. They're in their 20s. Yeah, no, my 20-year-olds swear now. I don't know where they got it from. Pas moi. It was, but I'm getting there slowly. Just have to do it slowly and really think. You do really have to think. Medic needed finger down. Medic needed. Oh no! What happened? Oh, me? Oh no. Yeah, no, me. Oh, okay. You got my heart racing. I thought you hurt yourself once I figured it out. Yeah, I just pinched the top of my skin. Yep, I need a medic. That's it. I need to stop streaming. I'm so hurt. School or college. Yeah, or their father, who isn't ship. Their father is a truck driver and he swears like a truck driver. Leah hasn't changed much, I see. No, Leah's fun. Gotta go check her out too. There was a shout out earlier for her too. And scroll up, check her name, or I can do this. There we go. She makes beautiful cards. Yeah, I started saying that and then I got distracted by blaming her for my quilling. My quilling problem here. Oh yes. Okay, so this one is going to be even better because now I absolutely remember how to start this now. You start like this. Kamsa. You put your glue down. Got onto a hashtag blame Leah and then I forgot to go on. There we go. And then nailing it. Got it. Poor Leah. Hashtag poor Leah. What time is it? Oh, goodness. Already after 7. I don't hear anyone up. I will have to take a quick BRB. Go wake up some kiddos. Normally by now I've got one up at least. I wouldn't doubt they come out today and say, "Is it a snow day?" Because we had rain for, a couple of hours. We have had 14 snow days this year. Don't forget it's April for April Fools. Oh, with the rain. Yeah. I'm slow today. Goodness. Is that what it was? Oh, April Scrap Challenge. Yes, 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 yes. I actually went and watched a couple of videos to get some ideas on scraps. So, what if I told you that one of these strips of papers was cut from a scrap piece of paper? Would that count? So Leah has a April Scrap Challenge going on where you have to make something only using scraps. So I will participate in that. The month is already going by very quickly. But I really want to finish this project because as it stands, this is supposed to be for my first 100 followers. My founders won't change. They are who they are, so that's good. 10 butterflies for them, but I'm getting up there in followers already, and And I'm beyond on another follower project if I don't get this done fast. Wish I could, like, celebrate every milestone in a big way, but don't think it's gonna be, like, logically possible. I have to figure something out. Your niece has a baby due in July, and I'm way behind. Oh, no. Are you making things for the baby? Congratulations. I guess I'm gonna be, like I guess I could be at grandparenting stage already with 20-year-olds. Kind of exciting. But then I remember my age and I go, I don't want a baby. I don't want to be a grandparent. Meh. I don't want to be that old. If I just keep whining, I can't be that old, right? Multi-crafter Supreme. My issue is that I have to make and send back home. Yeah. The shipping stuff is tough. Unless you have someone who goes back home to bring it. My grandmother used to spend her winters in Florida. And once in a while, sometimes she would, somebody would go to Florida during the winter to visit, and then they would come back with Christmas gifts for us that she made. And other times, we would just have Christmas in June when she comes back. But I remember somebody's going to Florida and coming back with gifts from Nana. But I think I preferred, like, it was nice to get them at Christmas or get them. I think I preferred when she delivered them herself, even if I had to wait till June. Shipping is a nightmare, yeah. I'm only as old as I feel. Exactly, that's why I figured if I sat here and whined about it, then I wouldn't be old, right? Because whining isn't old. I honestly forget how old I am a lot of times. Like, very often. I feel really bad when I'm talking to somebody who's clearly much younger than I am, like 15, 20 years younger than I am, and I group myself into their age group. And then I realize, oh yeah, they're not my age, and I'm not their age. There we go. Let that dry. Snip this off. Ship is a nightmare. He can be. UK shopping. UK shipping as bad as US shipping. I haven't done any shipping of anything at all. Ship is my nightmare, though. I'll keep them. There we go. That one was better. Oh, but that didn't glue down the way it should have. A little dab of glue. Take my fancy dancy hold themselves type of things, and there you go. Like, hold that down while it dries. Just lie about your age, problem solved. Nobody ever believes my age anyways. Yeah, I used to be able to lie about my age. People are starting to guess my age just by looking at me now. Yeah, I'm I'm in the same, um Burke's still quite a bit or I'm still quite a bit younger than Burke, but not, like, a lot a bit. Me and Sophie bought a calendar at the same time in January. Hers arrived 2 weeks ago, and yours is still Aw! Oh, that's right, it's the 2022 calendar, and you're get Aw, Setson. Is that the calendar that Sophie has artwork in? Maybe by 2023. Aw, that's sad. I hope you get it soon. I hope have you contacted them? Maybe they didn't send it out properly? I'm gonna take a very quick BRB, just to go make sure some kids are out of bed, okay? Oh, maybe I don't have to. Yes, I do have to. I thought there was a kid coming out of her room, and I could have just asked her to do it, but I will be BRB, guys. I'm back. Alright. So I got, you hear an air horn sound? Oh, you hear an air horn. Okay. I was a little confused because I do have an air horn, channel point redeem, and it wasn't working before, so I thought somebody played it and we actually heard it. Kids, wake up time. That's right. So I went and woke them up. I got one, "Are you up?" "Yeah." And I got, "Okay, time to get up." "Okay, good morning, time to get up." "Morning, time to get up." "Mm." So 3 of those and 1, "Yep, gonna be a good morning." At least 1 kid's gonna be in a good mood this morning out of 4, that's not too bad. I should just do like I did in my stream that one day where it's, "Child, child, you, child. Hey, kid." That's what I should have done to wake them up. "Hey, kids, child, get out of bed." Well, they're usually pretty good for waking up on their own, but it was quite a few minutes past when they should be out of bed. I did unmute, right? Yes, I did. Okay. Here we go. Get this one started. So hopefully, oh, yeah, okay. How did I? Yeah, I do have to go that way, but I have to do this. I guess that's what happened with the other ones is I didn't glue it that way. No, don't twist. There we go. Just the getting them started that's a little bit tricky. Tricky. That one's really loose though. Yeah, I'm not happy with that. Too loose. Silly glue. Gotta go, meeting time. Okay, have a good meeting. Thank you, Setson, for being here. Hope you end up having a good meeting. I know I said that already, but I said it in a different way, so I need to repeat. Oh, I was saying before most of you got here today, I may or may not be going to the Sugar Shack today, which is a maple syrup farm. I'm kind of excited. I haven't been in quite a few years. We'll see how the maple syrup is made and eat maple syrup on snow. Maple syrup toffee. You don't wake yours. The first one up at 6 a.m., the second up at 6:30 a.m. Wow. See, I'm up at 5:45. But they don't have to get up until about, well, they should be getting up at 7 at least, but two of them are teenagers and like to sleep like till minutes before the bus, you know? The other two getting up at 7:20, like I woke them up. Their bus doesn't come for another hour. You'd think I'd get faster at this, right? Nope. Quite, like, it's relaxing, but it's quite, not tedious. That's not the word I'm looking for, but it's a slow process. Make sure everything's lined up and can't rush good things. The eldest walks to work a mile away. The youngest travels 90 minutes by bus to the tech college. Wow. I'm not sure how long my one daughter's commute is. My son, so I've got 6 kids. So I woke up the 4 youngest. The 2 oldest have their own apartments now. So if they don't get up, well, I'm not there to wake them up. My one daughter takes the bus to work. I know that. I don't know how long her commute is. And then, because she doesn't even live in this town anymore, she's gone 6 hours away. And then my son drives by car a good 40 minutes to work, if not more. Actually, depending on where he works, because sometimes he works on site. Sometimes he works at the warehouse or the office or whatever. And then my youngest just take the regular school bus, only a few minutes. And one of my kids walks to school. It's a 7-minute walk, like 0.7 kilometers. But yeah, 1 mile is far because a kilometer is smaller than a mile. I can't remember how many kilometers there are to a mile. Almost 2, I guess. Just about 2. My problem is that technically the college is part of our town because of where it's located. It's 2 buses. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the same, if my kids were to take a bus to either town college or university, they would need to take 2 buses as well. You end up taking the bus downtown, and from downtown, you take the bus, out to the college or university, because 'cause they're not downtown. Do the old transfer thing. My kids didn't do the bus for college and university. They bought their own cars right after high school, kind of. My oldest daughter was borrowing a family member's car. They bought a new vehicle and were like, "Ah, here, just use ours. We don't need it." So that was a plus. She did that up until partway through university where she bought her own car. And my son in high school bought himself his own car. But to buy that car, my son ended up bicycling 15 kilometers twice a week and 7 kilometers probably 3 or 4 times a week to get to work. .6 kilometers to a mile. Okay, yeah. I knew it was kind of, well, I guess it's only 1.5. Not really even 2. Your son didn't take college. He chose to do an apprenticeship in a trade instead. My son started college and got offered well, the guys at work where he was working while he was going to college talked him into doing an apprenticeship instead. So he started that and then changed jobs and did a different kind of apprenticeship. He's still doing well. There's nothing, apprenticeships are good too. I was going to do an apprenticeship. I did do an apprenticeship. I was not going to be a teacher at first. Being a teacher is my third job choice. At first, I was going to be a mechanic. Yeah, he is better off doing what makes him happy, for sure. For sure, for sure. I just, yeah, I think, I don't know. I mean, he's working things out. He's doing what he needs to do, and you know what? It's never too late. If you start something and, you're 30, 40. I mean, sometimes it's not easy to go back to school because you need money to live, but um sometimes things aren't easy, but they're often not impossible, you know? Guess what your son's apprenticeship is? I don't know. I don't know. Is it like non-traditional? Is it Oh, it is mechanic apprentice? Yeah. So I was gonna guess that, and then I thought, okay, did they ask that because it was like the same as what I was gonna do, or is it because it's very different, like a magician apprenticeship? So I was a mechanic apprentice for 8 months, and, it was time to go to school, because you still have to go to school, the schooling part, and it was in a town 6 hours away, and I was kinda scared, and then I had a argument with my boss, who was my dad, and I left, and I found another job, but they couldn't offer me an apprenticeship. They just were letting me work to work towards my hours, and then I just stopped because, I couldn't get a real apprenticeship from anyone. At the time, I think being a girl was kind of, a downfall. Not very many people wanted a girl. Um, yeah, I was gonna be. Yeah. So, I changed from there, then I just did little odd jobs to pay bills. Like, I was a waitress, I worked in corner store, I didn't work in the corner store after being yes, I did. I did work in the corner store after being an apprentice. Um, and then what did I do? Oh, and then I started working at Tim Hortons coffee shop. Oh, I worked in a clothing store. I loved working in the clothing store, that was fun. And then, went back to school to become a nurse. I put in my application and they said, "Well, you've been out of school a little too long, so how about you do just a, general science course with, um" or pre-med, sorry, pre-med course, and that'll guarantee you getting into the nursing program next year. So I started the pre-med, um, and the day I was to start pre-med, I found out I was pregnant for my 3rd baby, which was very unexpected. And each one of my pregnancies got a little bit more difficult. So I thought I can't do full-time school and be pregnant and have 2 kids and be alone. Because although I was with somebody at the time, he was a truck driver, so I was alone 5 to 6 days of the week. And so I just took a couple of courses part-time, and then I decided I'm gonna do a science degree instead of a nursing degree, and I will take my science degree and I will become a teacher, and that's where I am now. So there, on my life story. They didn't want a girl, yeah. I mean, I say they didn't want a girl, it might not have been, but I mean, we're talking quite a few years ago. Girls in boy traditional jobs was not. I was invited to I think I was one of the only there was only 2 or 3 of us women in the trades, and I got invited to speak at a lot of girl type things. I got invited to high schools to encourage the trades between with the girls and do huge presentations, and, um, I was only 19 at the time. So, and I was very it wasn't, I had it was funny because I had people this one man came in, he needed his tires taken off rims and put on new tires. And that was one of my main jobs, right, is kind of doing the apprenticeship type of stuff, the oil changes, the all that stuff. And this man came in wearing a white linen suit. And my dad owned a garage that serviced high-end vehicles. Domestic as well, but he specialized in import. We had a lot of cool cars coming through the garage. And so he said, "Okay." My dad said, "Okay, I'll send somebody out to get your tires." And I went out to get them, and I'm 5'2", and I was super, super, super tiny at the time, like almost sickly looking tiny. I weighed just barely 100 pounds. And I had these huge I couldn't even find clothes that would fit me. So my coveralls were just hanging off me. I looked like this tiny, tiny, tiny little thing. And I walked up to him and he says, "Are you bringing in my tires?" I said, "Yep." He said, "Oh, I'll help you. Never mind, I've got it." And he carried in the tires with his white suit and would not let me carry in the tires. Now that, and I used to get upset. I used to be like, "I can do this." And at one point, I just threw my hands up and thought, if they want to not allow me to show them that I can do it, well, then you get your white suit dirty, buddy. Go ahead. You were told straight up they didn't want a girl? Yeah, I wasn't told that. I kept being told, "Oh, we're not accepting apprenticeships or apprentice at this time." I had a hard time. I had a lot of guys give me a lot of time, a lot of trouble. One of the guys I worked with, so one of the men I worked with hated working with people. If he really disliked working with apprentices, especially. And I remember my dad telling me when I first started, he says, just stay away from him. If he asks you for help, that's fine, but stay out of his way, let him do his thing, and you'll get along just fine. And oh, I need to make a new one because I'm not happy with this. I didn't realize. Oh man. All the other ones I counted to make sure I had the same amount, and this one I didn't. Yep, gotta redo that one. Or maybe I don't. Maybe I can just loop a loop. Let's just loop a loop. Because there's a green loop missing. Um, Anyways, I ended up being one of his favorite people to work with, which was great. So I worked with him a lot. I learned from him a lot, but I knew when to back down and give him his space. Um, and then the other guy was only 2 years older than me. He was an apprentice as well. And I would go up to him and say, "You know what? Why don't you try doing it like this?" "No, that's not the way it's done. Blah, 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 blah." And I finally got tired. And one day we were told we had to work together on this one project. And I said, "Just try it my way," because we couldn't get a bolt off or something. And finally, he humored me and did what I asked him. And he said, "Oh, wow, that actually worked." I said, "Yeah, well, what you have to remember is you've got the muscle. I don't. So I have to find different ways to get things to work a certain way. So I got to think before I do something, and you just go in with pure muscle. So, sometimes it's good to have the different abilities and different things in different areas." I gained quite a bit of respect from him after that. And now he teaches shop. So hopefully he's good to his female teachers, his female students. He left being a mechanic and became a shop teacher. All right, 20 to 8 already for me. I've gone and made this much longer now because I added an extra row of green. Or have I? No. Well, kind of. I don't understand if I made them all start off the same length, they end up being different amounts of purple. Because that one's got 3 dark, 2 lights. I wonder if I measured it out wrong. Quite similar in length, though. But yeah, I haven't decided if I'm going to wrap them like this around. Well, I would start up here. I think I might wrap them around like this and then wrap the whole thing. And then reshape it. Or if I bend that, I'll never get it back, so I don't want to. Or if I bend it and make a teardrop like this and add that to this wing. And put one on each side. This might be a little bit, this is very dainty, and this might be a little bit too full. I think what I'll do is I will, first of all, since I've done this, I actually didn't expect to get all 4 of those done on time. I think what I'm going to do, usually I'm supposed to end at this time. I usually end up going way too long. And then I run out for work with 5 minutes to spare. But Piper says, my son says he's surprised. He was told one of the guys never lets apprentice help, but will let my son help. Yeah, I think it depends on, first of all, I was taught by my dad. So I have 2 dads. So my one dad owned a garage. I have 2 dads and a mom. So, my one dad owned a garage, and then my other dad, who is my stepdad, um, and I lived with my mom, and he raised me, and he's my dad. Um, he taught us to pay attention to the person you're working with and know what they need ahead of time and know when to move out of the way and so I think that kind of helped too working with the guy that I work with. Um, I knew how to be helpful, and you got to take cues from people too, right? So I'm sure your son is doing that too. Probably very pleasant and easy to talk to, and then knows how to be helpful and be there. So, um, so I'm going to look for someone to raid. Um, because like I said, the last few streams I have been ending and literally running out the door the minute I hit end stream within 3 or 4 minutes. And I'd like to have my little 15 minutes. I got to leave in 15 minutes, so that's still quite, and I have to get dressed and all that fun stuff. I mean, I'm dressed, I just don't have my work clothes on. So, who can we raid? Take a look. Oh, really? I don't see many people on here. Well, that's odd. On my raid panel, I've got 5 names to raid, but on my other panel, I've got tons. Let's see. Who have I not raided before? Oh, there's no crafters on. I've got an art person. I think we've rated them before, but actually, let me just see this person here if they are doing their usual thing. Oh, they are. Okay. All right. So I haven't rated this person. I think they were the first crafting person I ever rated, which was like a month and a half ago. She does, planning like a daily planner. She's been streaming for 97 days straight, working on their planner. So we will Tori head over to Tori. Oh, Techno Tori. Techgo Echo by Tori. There we go. Goodness. I'll get it right. Alrighty. So please stick around for the raid. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for hanging out. We have a raid call. If you you can copy paste that into the into Tori's stream. I always forget to copy paste my own message. And thanks so much for hanging out. Thank you for the resub, Luli. Thank you, Setson, for the bits for playing that sound. Sorry, my channel point sounds weren't working. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Thanks for the new follows. I had a new follow just before stream. And have yourselves an amazing, wonderful day. And yeah, thanks so much for being here with me today. I really enjoyed chatting with you all. Have a good day. Bye.